I am Dr. Rita McGuire. I'm the Chief Medical Officer for Wakana, as well as one of the co-founders, and I represent the health pillar. So each and every Wednesday, we come together and we talk about how CBD or cannabidiol can assist with different conditions. And I want to welcome all of our guests, all of our business partners to our presentation. So a little bit about our company. The name of our company is Wakana. We launched or brought Wakana into existence almost a year ago. So on April 20th, it will be a year. So April 20th, 2019, Wakana was brought into existence through the synergistic efforts and shared foundational values of 4 African-American women who believe that health, wealth, legacy, and freedom are gifts that belong to all people. These are our 4 co-founders. In fact, our visionary CEO, Melissa Boston, she brings over 29 years of direct sales experience, as well as really being the visionary for Wakana. She has experience as a social media strategist. She's trained over 50,000 distributors in over 40 countries. So she truly is our leader. President of our company, Dr. Patricia Van Pelt, is a state senator. She's serving her 3rd term here in Illinois. She's also a businesswoman, an evangelist, and author. And then our Senior VP of Sales, Phyllis Nash, our fabulous Phyllis Nash, who brings over 30 years of sales experience as well. And then myself, Dr. Rita McGuire. I'm Chief Medical Officer. I also bring over 30 years of healthcare experience. I'm an obstetrician gynecologist, got into the cannabis industry along with these other 3 amazing women about 2.5, 3 years ago. So I am a cannabis advocate. In fact, I was one of the very first physicians here in Illinois to certify a patient in our opioid exchange program. That's a program here in Illinois where you're able to get a medical marijuana card in exchange for an opioid. So instead of filling a prescription for Norco or Vicodin or any of those opioids, you can get a cannabis card. So we are excited to bring our amazing products, but tonight we're going to talk about pain. We're going to talk about pain and inflammation, and I think that is important during this COVID-19 pandemic, because not only is pain can be physical, but it can be mental and emotional. And I know if you're like me, or maybe you're not like me, a lot of us are not on the front line. I'm actually on the front line. I'm in the hospital. I'm in the emergency room, caring for potentially a lot of folks that are positive for the COVID-19 virus. But we're going to talk about all sorts of pain tonight. In fact, in 2015, it was estimated by the National Institute of Health that 25 million Americans suffer from chronic pain. That number jumped from 25 million to 50 million by 2018. We know that inflammation is a major source of pain. It results in swelling, irritation, and localized pain through our entire body. And many times, if you're like me, if you get stressed, if you get anxious, you start to have pain, back pain, neck pain, everything, pain in your mouth. You start grinding your teeth. So arthritic pain, we'll talk about that, is caused by inflammation. Then we have pain that affects the nerves and the nervous system. That's neuropathy. And then, of course, we have inflammation in the brain that causes anxiety and depression. So we're going to talk about how CBD can be a safer choice than a lot of other medications that we're using currently for pain. So let's look at the plant, the cannabis plant. When we hear the word cannabis, automatically folks think that we're talking about getting high. But cannabis, you'll see, has 2 species. But this plant has over 100+ compounds that it can produce. The 2 most common that we know of and hear about is THC, or delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol. That's a part of the plant that gives us the high. And CBD, which is cannabidiol, which is the non-psychoactive part of the plant, that's the part that gives us the medicinal properties without the high. So let's look at the two different species that this one cannabis plant makes. Well, one is marijuana. We've all heard about marijuana. That species gets us high. It gives us the paranoia. It gives us a psychoactive portion that the brain is affected. This species has high levels of that THC and very small levels of CBD. Whereas the hemp species, or the non-psychoactive part of the plant part of the plant that gives us all the medicinal properties without the high, contains very low levels of THC, in fact, 0.3% or less, and high levels of CBD. So CBD is an abbreviation for cannabidiol. Again, it is the most common natural occurring compound that is found in cannabis sativa. It's the most common one found in the hemp species. It's legal in all 50 states. So on a federal level, CBD is legal as long as it is derived from the hemp species. It's a very fast-growing industry, cannabis. In fact, we are expected to see this industry grow by 700%. It's going to be a $22 billion industry by 2022. Well, let's look at some of the medicinal properties that CBD possess. And let's really concentrate on the ones that we're going to talk about tonight. This is a cannabis health wheel. And this wheel is looking at the major compounds that the cannabis plant makes. Some of them are psychoactive, like delta-9 THC, and the other ones are non-psychoactive. They don't give you high like CBD. Well, you can see in this wheel that CBD is the hero, right? It has a long list of medicinal properties. CBD has there's over 20,000 peer-reviewed articles that you can actually Google tonight after you get off this webinar, or maybe tomorrow morning, and look at all of the research that's been done. CBD is neuroprotective. It protects the nerves in neuropathy. It helps to reduce inflammation. We're going to talk about inflammation. It helps to relieve pain. It is also a very powerful anti-anxiolytic, so it helps to reduce anxiety and depression. It has other benefits. It's antibacterial. It helps to improve the immune system. And when we talk about COVID-19, boosting the immune system is important. It actually helps with autoimmune conditions that can cause pain, like lupus and fibromyalgia, to name a few. It helps to reduce blood sugar levels. So you can see it does a multitude of things. So how does it do that, you may ask, Dr. Rita? Well, it does it by interacting with one of the most vital regulatory systems within the human body, the endocannabinoid system. This was discovered when I was in medical school in the early 1990s. Yes, I'm aging myself. But this system is made up of receptors that are looking for CBD. Is that crazy? You would never have ever thought that we have a system, just like the musculoskeletal system and the endocrine system, all those systems we learned in grammar school and high school. This system specifically is looking for cannabinoids like CBD and THC and CBN and CBG that put the body back in balance, or homeostasis. So this system has receptors that are found in the brain and the central nervous system, because we know that pain can start in the brain, the pain receptors or sensation. These receptors are also found in the immune system. The immune system is very important in regulating pain as well. So this system keeps our body in balance. So it controls how we think, how we feel. It controls our pain. It controls our sleep. It controls our anxiety. It controls our blood sugar. It controls our blood pressure. So this system is very, very important. There's also receptors in our eyes, in our lungs, in our liver, in our kidneys, in our bowel, in our skin, our stomach, our teeth, in our heart. In fact, there are receptors in every single organ and gland in our body that's looking for CBD to put it back into balance. What makes our body get out of balance? Well, the food we're eating, the water we're drinking, the air we're breathing. We can't get around that, right? And the stress. I mean, right now with this COVID-19, our immune system is under a lot of stress. So let's look at what most people take for pain. Well, Tylenol or acetaminophen is a pain reliever. It's also a fever reducer, but it's used to treat many, many conditions, from headaches to muscle aches to arthritis to back pain to toothaches to colds and fever. Many of you on this webinar have taken Tylenol before. But what's most concerning is acetaminophen poisoning. And that can happen when you consume large amounts of Tylenol, and chronic use of Tylenol can cause liver damage. Well, it's estimated that about 23% of Americans take Tylenol at least once a week. But what's even more concerning is that acetaminophen is one of the most common drug ingredients in America. Did you know that there are over 600 different prescriptions and over-the-counter medications that contain acetaminophen? So you may not even know that you are exceeding the maximum daily dose of acetaminophen, which is 4,000 milligrams a day. So those who may exceed that amount are people that are in so much pain that they're taking Tylenol too often or too soon, or they're taking Tylenol for pain, not knowing that there's acetaminophen in another drug that they're on, and they're just taking too much at one time. In fact, the highest rate of patients who overdose on Tylenol, of course, are aged 15 to 20, but we see over 56,000 emergency room visits due to acetaminophen overdose, over 26,000 hospitalizations, and we're seeing over 458 deaths due to acute liver failure each year from Tylenol. So what I want you to pay attention to is APAP. That is seen on the right side of the screen here, right? APAP is acetaminophen. And if you see APAP in another medication that you may be taking, please take note that that's an acetaminophen. So that's how folks overdose on Tylenol, because it's in over 600 different other medications, over 600 different over-the-counter medications. And when you start mixing and taking all of this acetaminophen, we can get into a lot of problems. So how does Tylenol or acetaminophen work? Well, the exact mechanism is not really known. We do know that it helps to reduce the production of these chemicals called prostaglandins. Prostaglandins are chemicals that cause pain and inflammation in the brain. So we do know that Tylenol helps to reduce those chemicals. Tylenol does not possess any anti-inflammatory properties. What it does is it relieves pain by elevating the pain threshold in the brain. So it requires a greater amount of pain to develop before a person feels the pain. It also helps to reduce fever by regulating the heat centers in the brain as well. Another very common medication that's given for pain, in fact, in the 1990s, as a medical student, we were taught to prescribe opioids for pain. Now, opioids absolutely have a place in medicine, but they don't have a place in medicine for chronic pain. Meaning, if you have osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, just chronic pain due to a back injury, or chronic pain due to a lot of the autoimmune diseases like lupus and fibromyalgia, you should not be on an opioid. Why? Because 130 people die every single day from opioid overdoses. Many of them are not intentional. Many of them are because folks are trying to get out of pain. So grandma says one more Vicodin won't hurt. Well, one more Vicodin put her into a very, very dangerous situation. So let's talk about some of the conditions that we see that we use pain medication for. And one is arthritis. Osteoarthritis is wear and tear of the joints. And then there's rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis is more of an autoimmune condition that causes a lot of swelling and inflammation around the joints. We have something called gout, which is a metabolic arthritis. You may know someone that has gout. Gout is a result of high uric acid levels in the body. The body just can't get rid of it and causes very, very, very debilitating pain. Well, what's very nice to know, if you don't know this already, is that the Arthritic Foundation made the following statements in 2019 about CBD and arthritis. And what they said is that we are intrigued by the potential of CBD to help people find pain relief and are on record urging the FDA to expedite studies and regulations of these products. So what they know is that, yes, CBD is absolutely a safe option for those who have arthritis. We see a lot of studies about CBD improving not only joint pain, decreasing inflammation, but a neuroprotectant as well, right? We talk about neuropathy, nerve pain. That nerve pain can come from those people who may have diabetes or may have had trauma to a nerve. We know that CBD does that, again, by interacting with the endocannabinoid system via receptors in the brain and the immune system. So we're going to talk about different ways of using CBD for arthritis. Back pain. Back pain is another issue that so many of us are faced with. Back pain due to injury, back pain due to stress, a back pain due to some sort of trauma as well. We know, again, that the endocannabinoid system has receptors in the immune system. And the immune system is the system that manages the inflammation and pain response. So again, CBD works very effectively in decreasing inflammation and pain because it's a powerful anti-inflammatory. And we saw that Tylenol is not even an anti-inflammatory. Tylenol just helps to increase the pain threshold in our brain. CBD also reduces the feeling of pain, including neurological pain. How? Because it works on CB1 receptors in the nervous system and in the brain. So studies have shown that using transdermal or even topical CBD can reduce joint swelling, limb posture scores, that means scores in those people who have back pain, as well as decreasing that soft tissue swelling between joints. Now, another very debilitating issue that causes pain is something called TMJ, temporal mandibular joint disorder. This is a very painful condition that causes jaw pain and tenderness, aching facial pain, achy pain around or in your ear, a locking of this joint here that makes it difficult to open or chew. So this is a big issue when you have a lot of stress, right? A lot of anxiety. With this COVID-19, we see a lot of people now in our practice that are grinding their teeth at night, right? They're having issues with that TMJ joint, very, very debilitating. This disorder can cause issues not only with the jaw and the ears, but your neck. It can affect your throat. It can affect your head with head pain and headaches. It can cause pressure behind the eyes. It can cause all of these issues with the mouth and the teeth as well. There's so many conditions I can talk about tonight, but I do want to briefly talk about premenstrual syndrome. You know, that causes a lot of pain in women, menstrual cramps, as well as PMS. Some of the symptoms with PMS not only include abdominal pain around or before or during our menstrual cycle, but mood swings, irritability, depression, headaches, ache flares, joint pain, muscle pain. So CBD can also address this. This affects 3 out of every 4 women. So this condition is pretty serious, and both topical and oral forms of CBD can help reduce inflammation and pain in these women who have PMS. Let's look at mood disorders and depression. Again, CBD is found to be a very powerful anti-stress and antidepressant. It helps to relax and to give us calmness. And we're going to talk about how that works. Even in PTSD, there are a lot of studies that show that CBD not only helps improve sleep in PTSD sufferers, but it also helps to block the remembrance and helps to extinguish the painful disorder that PTSD sufferers have with flares. So the way CBD works on depression and anxiety is that CBD interacts with what we call the serotonin and dopamine receptors in our brain. See, dopamine and serotonin are responsible for our mood. It's responsible for our sleep. So CBD comes in, binds to those receptors, and allows for those levels of dopamine and serotonin to increase. So really, really powerful effect that CBD has on anxiety and depression. So let's now get into our products. This is a disclaimer that the FDA requires us to let you know that these statements and products have not been approved by the FDA. If you're pregnant, nursing, or on medication, please consult with your physician prior to taking any nutraceutical products. So this is our product line here at Wakana. Our products are double certified, third-party validated, which means they are tested 3 times before they even hit your shelf. We have 2 lines. We have a power line, which is on the left. Our power line is our full spectrum line. That means that it contains a legal limit of THC, which is 0.3% or less, along with the other cannabinoids like CBD, CBN, CBG, and Delta-9 THC, along with those terpenes. And we'll talk about our proprietary formulation on our CBD tinctures, which also include USDA certified organic oils. And then our pure line on the right. Our pure line is our broad spectrum product line, which contains less than 0.0% THC. This is a line that allows those who have random drug screens to use very safely and pass those urine drug screens. Our pure line has a special delivery system. It's called nanotechnology. Nanotechnology just means that it allows the CBD to become more water soluble, which makes it more available to the cells. So our pure line is 98.7% bioavailable to the cells. So our products here at Wakana are products you can trust. In 2018, when President Trump signed the Farm Bill, we saw CBD products and companies popping up everywhere. People were making CBD in their basement, in their garage, wouldn't trust those products. We were finding CBD in gas stations and smoke shops, but our products are products you can trust. Why? Because we provide some of the most rich medicinal hemp that is fully compliant with the State Department of Agriculture regulations. Our products are industrial hemp registered, and our products are Farm Bill compliant. Again, that means that our CBD is extracted from the hemp species, which is legal federally in all 50 states, containing 0.3% or less of THC. So let's talk about our topical pain products. Our topical pain products are really great products for local relief. This is our more potent relief product. It's our severe pain relief. It's 200 milligrams of CBD. It also contains 8 organic USDA essential oils. See, our products at Wakana are like no other products in the marketplace. We have proprietary formulations where we've added and enhanced our CBD with USDA organic essential oils. So this product is in a base of shea butter. It also has MCT and sunflower lecithin as the carrier oils. It contains peppermint, spearmint, black seed, eucalyptus, sweet basil, turmeric, arnica, and clove. What do all those essential oils do? Well, they help to enhance the CBD's anti-inflammatory and analgesic or pain relief. And you only need a little bit of this topical. So this is a product that would be great for those who have arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis or TMJ. In fact, you can even use it if you have menstrual cramps, dysmenorrhea, PMS, headache, whatever ails you, you can use this product. Again, it's for more severe pain relief. And then we have our topical CBD relief, which is 500 milligrams. Now, this is not as potent as the previous product, only because this has, instead of 8 USDA essential oils, this has 6. This formulation contains menthol crystals, camphor, peppermint, eucalyptus, clove, and black haw. Now, what is black haw, Dr. Rita? H-A-W. Well, black haw is a special tonic herb that specifically addresses spasms. So if you're dealing with someone that has more of a spasm, either in the muscle, in the back, it's something that my daughter Hannah uses on her abdomen when she has menstrual cramps. This is a product for those who have mild to moderate pain. So black haw is a very, very potent product for muscle spasms. Our next product is our Power Liquid Relief. So the other two are in a cream form. This one is in a oil form. It is called Dr. Rita's Rub. This is our most potent product. Why? Because it contains 20 organic essential oils along with 200 milligrams of CBD. Now, you only need a little of any of our products, but again, if you have someone that likes more of an oil texture, this is a product for them. This product contains black seed, menthol, peppermint, borage, spearmint, lavender, frankincense, rosemary, pine needle, turmeric, eucalyptus, sweet basil, cinnamon, lemon, tea tree, moringa, and clove. Very, very powerful topical relief for pain. And then we have products that address acute onset of pain. Those are our vape oil cartridges. Vape oil cartridges, onset of action is within 1 to 5 minutes. So I recommend that you have a topical and you have a vape oil cartridge for those times when you may have a gout flare, or you may have an acute onset of a migraine, or an acute onset of TMJ pain. Whatever the pain is, it's good to have a product with onset of action is within 1 to 5 minutes. Now, with our cartridges, they are contained with our organic CBD oil, with a carrier oil of MCT coconut, along with black seed and turmeric. You're receiving 250 milligrams of CBD in a half ml cartridge. Again, these products are organic and very safe. Again, I love using them for acute pain. In fact, I have my vape cartridge right here, right? I use it for acute anxiety. The time is now with this COVID-19 that everyone needs a vape cartridge to help really calm our nerves down. We have one that has a raspberry jane flavor. Again, the onset of action is within 1 to 5 minutes. Then we have a pre-roll. Yes, we have a CBD joint. It won't get you high. It has all of the benefits of reducing inflammation, reducing pain, helping with anxiety, helping with depression, helping you sleep, helping with conditions that are due to inflammation and pain, with the onset of action within 1 to 5 minutes. Love, love this. It's 163 milligrams of CBD, so you don't need to smoke the entire joint in one setting. 1 to 3 pulls on the cartridges or the CBD joint is all you need, maybe 1 to 3 times a day. And then our tinctures. Our tinctures are our CBD oils that you place underneath the tongue. This is our most powerful or potent therapeutic oil. It's our Hemp MD. It's 750 milligrams of CBD in a 15 ml bottle. And I love just starting low and slow. More is not better when it comes to CBD. So 3 drops in the morning, 3 drops in the evening, under the tongue, holding it for 60 seconds before you swallow. This is a great product to pair with the topical, to pair with your cartridge, and to have a tincture in the bloodstream so you'll have CBD in the bloodstream throughout the day. This product is for those who have more severe chronic pain. Our 500 milligram is for moderate pain. This is a tincture, but this one is a little different because it has a proprietary formulation of 3 organic USDA certified essential oils. We've enhanced this CBD tincture with black seed, turmeric, and peppermint. Peppermint gives it a nice taste and great for inflammation. Turmeric, again, is a powerful antioxidant and great for inflammation. And black seed, oh my goodness, black seed not only addresses inflammation, but it addresses the beta cells of the pancreas. So it helps to rebuild the beta cells of the pancreas in those diabetics, in those type 1 and type 2 diabetics that have inflammation of the beta cells of the pancreas. Our water-soluble product is another product that's great to infuse in your beverages and food. Again, 3 drops in the morning, 3 drops in the evening. Put it in your water, your oatmeal, your smoothie, whatever you're eating or drinking, a great product. And then we have our pure products. Our pure products are our broad spectrum products that contain less than 0.0% of THC. This pure product, again, is enhanced with a technology. It's a delivery system called nanotechnology. It really helps to deliver and have more bioavailable to the cells the CBD. This particular product is enhanced with black seed, turmeric, and peppermint. 3 drops underneath the tongue twice a day. Is great for those who have random drug screens at their job, but still want that relief from pain and inflammation, or relief from anxiety and depression for themselves. And then we have our edibles. Oh my goodness, these gummies are something that I want you to pair along with the topical, along with the vape cartridge, along with a tincture, water soluble. You are to take 1 gummy or a half a gummy to 1 gummy about 45 minutes before you sleep. Why? Because when we sleep, that's when our body heals. So CBD in your system while you sleep not only helps you get that rapid eye movement, that restorative sleep, but it helps to address inflammation and pain so that you can sleep. So our gummies come in a different variety. We have our power gummy, we have our extreme power gummy, and we have our pure gummy. Well, what is the difference? Well, let's start with the middle here. Our extreme gummy has something called annatto in it. Annatto is an herb that actually helps in being a very powerful antibacterial and is a very powerful antioxidative part of this gummy. So along with the CBDs, 25 milligrams of CBD, there are powerful, powerful organic herbs that we have combined to enhance the action of CBD. So you can see on the bottle here, it's good for sleep. We've gotten testimonies that it's helped improve the libido and sex, and it's helped to reduce inflammation and pain. Then we have our power gummy here. It's a regular power gummy. It contains 25 milligrams of CBD, but it has some different ingredients. It has organic black currant, it has organic pumpkin, and organic carrot. So we have truly used some great formulations to enhance the CBD effects on the body in reducing inflammation, in helping you sleep if you have insomnia, and helping to boost that libido as well. And then our pure gummy. Our pure gummy here, again, 25 milligrams of CBD. I think that this is a great product for those who have random drug screens at their job and want sleep. They want to be able to not only fall asleep and stay asleep, but not wake up because of pain and inflammation. So all of these come in either a 4-count pack or a 20-count bottle. So it's really important to properly store our products. The shelf life is a year on the tinctures, 6 months on the gummies, making sure that you keep the products out of extreme heat, extreme cold, extreme excessive light. Once you open the bottles, make sure that you tighten it. And with the water solubles, we like to really encourage you to keep those in the refrigerator. It's important to shake well before you use the water solubles. And again, storing your products properly extend the shelf life. So right now we're going to start sharing the screen. I'm going to open it up for 3 powerful, powerful testimonies. And then I'm going to open up the line in the chat. You can start putting your questions in the chat portion right now. And we'll take those questions. But right now I'm going to bring up Cindy for a testimony. Then I'm going to bring up Quentin. And then we're going to hear from Fatima. We're going to have 3 very powerful testimonies about our products, and then I'm going to take your questions. You can unmute yourself, Cindy, and welcome to the call.
Hi, Dr. Rita. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very, very powerful presentation here tonight. Thank you for that. I'm just going to be as brief as possible. I was introduced to Wakana thanks to a very close family friend. Her name is Tammy McDowell, and it was through happenstance. Unfortunately, she lost her mom, and that's how we reconnected. During a visit at her home, I expressed to her that I had pain in my knees, and so when she was showing me around her home, she was showing me the upstairs level of her home, and when I walked to the hall, I looked up and it was probably 18 to 20 stairs, and I just told her very frankly, I'm not gonna make it up those stairs. She says, why? Because my knees, I can't do those stairs. And so she suggested that I walk sideways. Little did I know, while she was evaluating my motions, she was also thinking ahead. And I thank and praise God that she was doing that for my benefit, because I do believe that through happenstance, it's a way that God tells us and brings us into together for His own divine order of things, and that's how I was introduced into Wakana. When I first came to Wakana, it was in January. I was told I became, first of all, I became a dispensary owner. So I'm a crown jewel dispensary owner going in. What Wakana tells you when you come in is to try some of the products on yourself. Well, I am a terrible skeptic. I'm telling you, I am the worst person that you ever want to meet because I'm so skeptical about everything. And that's because I have allergies to most things. So I'm not, I kind of gravitate towards natural healings rather than opioids. And so when they told me to try it, I didn't think that it would really work. So I just did it because, you know, I need to know about the product. The first product that I tried out once I received my my package was the Power product line. It was the Power Hempranium tincture. And I took it, and probably like maybe 20 minutes later, I had energy like I've never seen, probably in the last maybe 8 years. I was able to get up and clean my entire house in like 8 hours. I couldn't believe it. And so I shared it with my husband, and he did the kind of thing. And I go, I'm not kidding you. You have to try this. And he tried it, and he had a similar experience. From that point on, I knew that I was in the right place at the right time. And thank you, Tammy McDowell, for getting me there. Since then, I've been an avid user of the tincture. I love it. I continue to use the 500 milligram Hempranium Power tincture. My husband, he used the pure because he doesn't want the THC in his diet. And I've continued to have excellent results. From that day to this one, not only can I walk up the stairs without holding on to the rails or with assistance or with stopping halfway through and groaning about the pain in my knees, I can run up and down the stairs. I have no problems going up and down my stairs, and I cannot believe this because getting older, I thought, well, this is just a part of getting older and I may as well accept it. But hey, God had a different plan for me, and I'm here to share this plan for everybody else. And so thank you, Dr. Rita. Thank you, Phyllis Nash. Thank you, Melissa Boston. Thank you, Senator Van Pelt, for bringing into existence Wakana Nation. It's very important that we move away from the opioids and get into a natural healing. So I appreciate and I thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Dr. Rita.
Thank you, Cindy, for sharing with us. Powerful testimony. You know, when we think about the quality of so many loved ones, their life, walking up and down the stairs, you know, we take for granted until that causes us a lot of pain. And so, very powerful testimony on how these products helped someone that couldn't even go up and down the stairs, didn't have energy, is now changed. So thank you, Cindy. I'm going to bring up Quentin next. Quentin has a very powerful testimony as it relates to TMJ, temporal mandibular joint disease. Quentin, are you out there?
Yes, I'm here, Dr. Rita. Hello, Wakana. I actually attended Cindy Johnson's launch party in February where Tammy McDowell was there, and I seen her use a lot of the creams and let people try the tinctures too. And actually, when she used the Wakana Relief Cream and she used the Pure for the chronic pain, everybody used it, and I just sat back and watched everyone else's experiences first. But I did have the TMJ at the time, and it actually was going on for about a week and a half or 2 weeks at that point. I barely could eat a sandwich or anything. I barely, like I would have to take little pieces of it and just keep eating until the whole burger was gone, literally. So I told Tammy, I asked her, like, well, do you think it would work on my jaw? And she said, yeah, why? Are you having some type of jaw pain? I say, well, yeah, usually it happens from when I'm sleeping, I grind my teeth together. It just happens. I went to the doctor, that's what they told me it was. So she said, yeah, TMJ. I said, yeah, that's what they called it, because I couldn't even remember what it was. So she said, yeah, this should work for it too. I'll rub it on there. Do you mind if I touch you? I said, no, I don't mind. So she she went ahead and rubbed it on the right side of my face, uh, right in front of my ear, and rubbed it going towards the top of my ear, around it, towards the back, and kind of down my neck a little bit, and then back towards the front underneath the bottom of my ear. And then she told me to take a little bit of it and just rub it around my nostrils. And I sat there for about 5 to 15 minutes. Before 15 minutes even kicked in, 10 minutes, I was able to open my mouth a lot more than I had been able to within the past 2 weeks. So for that, I thank Wakana. Thank you. And I wish you guys good luck.
Thank you so much, Quentin. Thank you for that testimony. We often don't think about TMJ. A lot of people suffer from temporomandibular joint disease. They grind their teeth at night. They causes a lot of joint pain. Like Quentin said, he couldn't even open his mouth to eat. So this is something that we can share with dentists as well, and we can share with loved ones that we know suffer from TMJ. Thank you, Quentin. And then last up is Fatima. Fatima out of Albany, New York.
Hi, Dr. Rita. Can you hear me?
I can.
Hi, everybody. Yes, thank you for allowing me to share my story with you. I came to Wakana kind of through a back door. My husband went to his annual physical, and he complained to his doctor about, his knee pain. He was a professional soccer player, and it took a toll on his knees. And his business now is also construction. So even his body was hurting. And it was so amazing that his primary said, go get some CBD oil. So of course, he comes home and he didn't go get the CBD oil. He said, honey, I need some CBD oil, go find me some. Well, I knew nothing about CBD oil. So I started doing my research. I looked on Amazon. People said, well, don't buy it from Amazon. I looked all over the place until I happened to be doing an event in November in our area called the Black Expo. And I am a fitness instructor. I teach Zumba and I teach soul line dancing. And so I was there, and there was another woman that was there too, who was going to do the yoga. And she had her whole setup. She had come from Chicago, and there was this beautiful display of, Wakana products and everything. And it said CBD. And I was so excited, because now I can get a little bit of more of an idea of what this was about. Well, as she continued to explain it to me, I told her, I have some knee pain, and I usually wrap my knees. I have osteoarthritis from dancing all my life, worn out knees, but I continue to dance. But I would wrap up my knees with these knee wraps. So I had forgotten my knee wraps, and she sat me down. She said, hey, I got something for you. Let me put this on you. Well, she took out that extreme relief cream and put that on my knee. And I only let her put it on one, because I wanted to see, does this really work? Within 10 minutes, I started shaking my knee. I could not believe it, that the pain had just dissipated. It wasn't numb or anything. It had just dissipated. And she had opened a jar to use for me. I bought that jar right there. I cash apped her and said, I'm taking this. But my problem was, how was I supposed to give this to him? I wanted it for myself. But we shared it, and this is how I came into Wakana. I asked the young ladies to come through and tell me a little bit more about it. And I the next day, and I invited my girlfriends over, and I said, bring your pain. Don't take any medication, bring it. They brought their pain, they put it on them, that cream, and their pain was gone. It was at that point that I knew I needed to be in this business so that I could tell other people about this product. You know, I hear so often people who dance with me or who do exercises with me just say that they're having pain. There's so much pain going on. So this is why I decided to continue working with this so I can spread the word and build a team of individuals. We're locking arms and we're spreading the word about these powerful products. Thank you, Dr. Rita, for letting me share my story with everyone.
Thank you, Fatima, for sharing that story. We're so glad that your husband was able to finally get some. I'm telling you, that's just some powerful cream. You only need a little. We've got powerful testimonies that really back up that our products work. And so thank you, everyone. Now, at this time, if you have questions, you can put them in the chat area. I'm going to answer a couple of questions. We have about 9 minutes. I want to strongly suggest, if you're a guest on the line, please contact the person that invited you this evening so that you can get these products shipped directly to your home. You can get your questions answered. You can get plugged into our Facebook page, our Wakana for Life Facebook page. We really want to lock arms with everyone that are guests on this line, as well as to get products to you if you are suffering from any sort of pain, be it physical, emotional, or mental. Any questions you can put right in that chat area. And I don't see any questions. So we must have done a very good job. I do want to announce while I have you on the line that I'm going to have a special guest next week. I'm going to have Dr. Tyus Crawford. She is a family practitioner, and we are going to be discussing eating and exercising to improve health and wellness during the stay-at-home order. Many of us are in a stay-at-home order state. We're going to be talking about our new weight loss products next week. We're going to be talking about how we use CBD in our coffee, our detox tea, and how we use our products as it relates to those who are very active. Dr. Tyus Crawford is an avid runner. She's run marathons and then triathlons. So we are excited to have her as a guest next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, same ID, 375-679-941. So you can start inviting your guest now for next Wednesday. Are there any questions? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great job. My 87-year-old mom used the Extreme Relief today on her knee for the first time and had relief in minutes. This is just so amazing. Thank you, Margaret Dorsey, for that testimony. These products are so effective in reducing inflammation and pain. Why? Because our body has an endocannabinoid system that's looking for CBD to put it back in balance. It's looking for CBD as an anti-inflammatory and an analgesic to reduce pain and inflammation. It's also looking for CBD, the CB1 receptors in our brain, in helping to reduce anxiety and depression. And again, during this time with COVID-19, so many of us have a lot of anxiety. So many of us can't sleep. I'm telling you, I want you to pair these products absolutely with the vape cartridge. Here's my vape cartridge. I keep it in my lab coat. Yes, I do vape at work, at the hospital. Pair that with those topical products, with the tinctures or water solubles, And absolutely, I take a gummy every single night to help me sleep, to help inflammation, and to help pain. Are there any other questions? Well, if not, please contact the person that invited you on this webinar tonight. We want to get those products to you immediately. And we'll see you next Wednesday evening, same time, same ID, special guest, Dr. Tyus Crawford. Have an amazing rest of your night. Be safe, be well. God bless.